Everybody here, whether you are a believer or unbeliever, has been a benefactor of God's life-changing grace. It is grace that woke you this morning. It is grace that has started you on your way. Sister Mindy, when you start looking at the idiomatic functions of grace, all you can do is deduce grace to its lowest common denominator, and then you still have grace left over. Have you ever had some stuff that you cooked and you had leftovers, but you didn't even think what you had was enough? That's how grace is. Just when you think you have all of grace figured out, some more grace says, but what about me? You see, there is provisional grace. It's the grace that puts food on your table, clothes on your back, air in your lungs, beating in your superior vena cava, and blood in your inferior vena cava, pumping blood throughout your body. And then after you consider provisional grace, you have sustaining grace. That's the grace that keeps the stuff he's been providing from ever running out. I need 3 of y'all in here who have never been rich but ain't never missed a meal. So just look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, thank God for provisional grace and thank God for sustaining grace. But hold on, there is still more grace to consider, because then when you get through talking about provisional grace and sustaining grace, you have to run face first into amazing grace. Okay, hold up. This is for every believer in here. Here is how amazing grace goes. God looked at you when you were in the club with the drink in your hand, and he said, I'm gonna die for that no good rascal right there. He pulled off divinity, put on humanity, came down through 42 generations, born of a teenage virgin in a cow trough in Bethlehem, walked dusty streets in Galilee, turned water wine in Cana, took 2 fish and 5 barley loaves, fed 5,000 and had 12 baskets left, made a withered hand straight, opened blind Bartimaeus' eyes, made a woman who needed a gynecologist well from her hemorrhage, left them marching up the Via della Rosa, hung, bled, and died on the cross. They hung him high, dropped him low, stretched him wide. They hung his head and the lots of his shoulders, and for me he died. Wait, that ain't even the good part. They took his body down, put him in a borrowed tomb. He went down the hill, paid out your lease, and 3 days later got up for a morning stretch and said, all power in heaven and earth below. I need about 25 of you who ain't always been in church on a Sunday afternoon to look over at your neighbor and say, neighbor, thank God for amazing grace. Oh, I feel Baptist, amazing grace. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. 'Twas blind, but now I see. Hold on. Then after you leave amazing grace, Pastor Phillips, you come in contact with life-changing grace. Here is the first shout of the day. Don't miss it. You see, after you get saved, you still have flaws and are under construction. It's when you know better, but you don't do better all the time. It's when you have at least one sin that makes you say, Lord, have mercy on me. Oh, I feel a shout in the room already. It's when you come to church knowing you don't deserve to be there, but God lets your crazy sin-ridden self walk in looking holy, but you know you are rich on the inside. Don't look around, just look straight. Nobody will know I'm talking about you. And when the truth be told, you know better, but you don't do better. You know God, I love God, but I still make jacked up choices. And instead of God throwing us away, here is your first official shout. He gives you more grace. Okay, that was your shout cue. Hold up. I need about 3 of y'all right quick to just tell your neighbor, thank God for life-changing grace. When you get through with all of this grace, it demands a response. A hand clap won't do. You can't check and pay him off. You can't drop some money in the basket and say, peace, I'll have it next week. Grace demands a response. And when your response is public and adequate, the Bible calls it worship. Ladies and gentlemen, I was preaching one Sunday at the Antioch church. I love them so much because they just tolerate my feeble preaching. And one Sunday, before I could get a chance to preach, service got high. The Holy Ghost got hot, and people got to shouting. Whenever the Lord does that, I just take a step back and shut up because He's large and in charge. However, the next service, Nikki was trying to get in. So Chasma, I needed for those saints to quit shouting because they was messing up my timetable because I was trying to get the other folk in the cathedral. Minister Andrea Roberts, so I gave them the Baptist cue. Here is how it goes. Amen. That means shut up. Amen. 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 That means shut up and come on. But listen, when you start thinking about what God has done for you, you don't have time to be cut off when you know God has kept you on. Y'all, there was a lady up front to my left, Pat Jarfield, true story. She just kept on shouting. So I kept giving her the Baptist cue, and she kept going. So here is what I did, Savannah Griffin. I turned the music off. Normally, if you cut the music on the Baptist, they all sit down. So since the orchestra works for me, I just said, pow! They all cut off. Y'all, she got louder. She been shouting at me and said, Rev, you don't understand. I owe God this. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you have surveyed the soul of your life lately, but I believe it is an insult to God when we come into His house and sit down and act like we're waiting on the entertainment to begin. When God's grace has done everything for you in your lifetime, from birth all the way till now. When you look back over your life at the doors He has opened and the ways He has made and the times He has forgiven you and the sins He has looked beyond and the things He's done and the provisions He's made and the enemies He's defeated and the times He's protected you and the blessings He's bestowed upon you and the things He's brought to you and the blessings He showered you with. All of us are not by ourselves. We are right with that lady that shouted that Sunday morning. We owe God this. For us to be seated and silent says God has not done enough. That's why I think all of us ought to take a moment and ask ourselves, how much would you pay for sight if you couldn't see? How much would you pay to walk if you couldn't walk? How much would you pay to breathe if you couldn't breathe? How much would you pay to clap if you couldn't clap? If you are seeing, walking, breathing, and clapping, stand to your doggone feet right quick. Put your hands together like you love God, and then tell somebody, we just getting started. Oh my God. It's the book of 2 Samuel. Be seated. It's the book of 2 Samuel. And ladies and gentlemen, it is filled with the history of the Hebrew nation. It's what you call Hebrew Hilfsgeschichte. It's the salvation history of the Jew. And David has the Ark of the Covenant returning from the person and temple of Obed-Edom. And when he sees the Ark returning, the Bible in your hand says David disrobes himself of his royal vesture. Footnote, caveat, parenthetical reference. Sometimes we got too much on us to give God what really ought to come from us. But sometimes you got to take some stuff off. Take off pride, take off arrogance, take off bouginess, take off uppityness. It's not about what's on you, it's about who lives in you. Sometimes we got to take some stuff off. And the Bible says when he takes off his royal vesture, he's free enough to dance to the point that all of Israel gets happy happy because one king says, I owe God this. Why am I preaching this for this 4th pastoral anniversary? Let me tell y'all why. It's because if there was any church in Port Arthur, Texas that ought to run laps around their church, it's Greater True Vine. Y'all don't know what y'all been through, but if you Greater True Vine, you ought to be shouting all over the place because y'all owe God this. Can I tell you why I'm preaching this? It's because, ladies and gentlemen, people have no idea what you've been through to get you where you are. And when you see where you are, you ought to get happy for your doggone self. Okay, watch this. If God's done nothing for you, you have my permission for the next 15 minutes and 46 seconds to sit silently, do nothing, cross your arm, take a chill pill. I'll catch y'all the next time. But if you can say, Pastor John Adolph, when I look over my life, all I can see is the trace of grace everywhere. Grace will let you be 60 but look 35. Grace will pay your bills when you know you don't have enough to cover them and you're still not broke and got change to spare. Grace will let you live with stuff that's been killing other people and you just as healthy as a mule. Grace will look beyond your thoughts to see every one of your needs. Grace will let you go to work with the same people who earn the same money but try better, look better, wear better, only for them to get mad, only for you to tell them, but by grace, I got what I got. Grace will let you be guilty but let you off the hook. Who am I preaching to? I need at least 5 of y'all in every section who know you owe God everything you got to leap to your feet and tell somebody, I'm not crazy, I owe God this. I didn't have him my doggone self. Good God Almighty. Touch 2 more people around you and say, neighbor, it was grace that saved me. It was grace that delivered me. It was grace that blessed me. High five to people and say, I owe God this. I'm starting to feel like you won't have to touch 2 more people and tell them, I owe God this. I owe God this. I owe God this.
Come on,
Some of y'all still didn't move, so let me just teach. How do you know when you owe God this? And what ought to be your response? You know you owe God. Watch this, Pastor Phillips. When he's fixed some stuff that you know you couldn't repair. Okay, this is enough to close on, really. Like, do I have to go any further than this? You know you owe God when he has fixed some stuff you could not repair. I promise you, I ain't making it up. Mindy is right in this text. Friends, there were some of y'all who've never seen God fix nothing. And it's okay, keep living. You're going to reach a day when your money can't buy it. When your credit won't be able to charge it. When your checks ain't going to be able to write it. And you're going to be between a rock, a hard place, a bounce check, and a bank collector. And God's going to say, I got you right where I want you. And you ain't going to have no choice but to look toward heaven where your help comes from. And discover he's a bill payer. He's a midnight rider. He will tell who I'm talking to. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ark of the Covenant has been missing from Israel. For those of you who skipped Sunday school, the Ark of the Covenant represented the presence of Yahweh God. And when the Ark has been missing, they can't get it back and they are vulnerable to enemy attack. Scholars different on how long it's been missing. Pastor Johnson, Dr. Randall C. Bailey, ultra-liberal theologian, says it's been missing for 50 years. Have you ever had anything wrong for 50 years? Hold up. One other conservative theologian, Dr. Walter Brueggemann, said it was missing for over 100 years. Hold on, hear the shout. Don't miss it. Whether it's been missing 50 years or 100 years, God brought it back. Okay, hold on. You missed the shout. See, some people people have never seen God fix anything. You've been able to buy it yourself,